welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course I hope everyone has an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome to YouTube. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you're not subscribed, of course I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Of course, what we're going to use the smaller tumbling tower blocks for today, and you can find the measurement of the bigger and the smaller blocks down below in the description box. There you find the measurement so you can compare it with your own blocks. I have here my container with everything inside I use for DIY, but the most important is of course the wood glue. I have some paint, use some paint at your choice, and I have here my saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel which is wet to wipe away the glue. These are the main pieces we need for this DIY. What we're going to do, it will be snowman related, so we will see how this will turn out. So you see already the first step is on the table. We have 6 rows of 6, so you very gently lay them on your table, and you just do some glue on the smallest line of your block, and you just simply row them together. And of course you can make this bigger and smaller. This will be kind of an it gives a look from a stacking book, but it is the a cheap version, but the easy version. So you don't have to use too many blocks, because that's not what we like. So we always try to do it as on a budget as we can. So that's why we do 6 rows of 6, and then we're going to try to give it a look like some stacking blocks for the winter and Christmas season. But you can also change it up for your everyday decor. You don't have to do it for any season if you don't like seasonal decor. So I have now my 6 rows of 6, and I'm just simply row them together, press it together over here, start from the inside to the outside over here, and this way, and again squeeze it over here, and this one, and we do it over here this way, and the last. And now I'm going to clean it up, and clean it up we do very easy and fast, because we're going to wipe away the top over here with our red towel. Do it fast on the side and place it straight up. Clean up your mat, and now do the other side. You just turn it, and you do here over here, clean it up, do it fast, place it straight up, clean up your mat, and then you're going to do the other side. This way, always go back and make sure that you have a nice straight line this way. And so you go on and do all of them on the front side. And then you're going to turn them around and do the back side. This way, do it fast, place it straight up, clean up your mat, place it over here. And this way, the same. And of course, you see already, sometimes he's already stucking real hard on our mat, but it doesn't matter. You just place them together again, and you can easily turn it over. It's very easy to work with. Again, this way. And we're going to go for this one. Place it straight up, and you can even, if everything is already connecting a little, you can even take it off your mat. Now we go back, we make sure that we have a straight line. If you want to be sure that you have a straight line and you don't have a carpenter square, just place them straight up, press them gently down, and you also have straight lines. This way, place it straight up, press it down, and over here you see, now they are also in a straight line, the same what you have with your carpenter's square. So we're going to give it a half minute drying. What we're going to do, we're going to turn them, we're going to turn this way, and we're going to place it straight up, give it a little glue on the top, and on this one also a little glue on the top, and we place it down over here, and we place it down over here. Press it together this way over here, and you do on this side the same. Press it together, and you do here also the same. Press it together, and a little bit extra, because we want that every block is gluing nicely together. And we're going to fill in the open gaps. Easy this way. And now we're going to clean it up very gently. Be careful if you place it straight up. And now you do the other side. Here the same. Always go back, place it straight up. And now you're going to do this side also. And always go back, give it a little bit of pressure over here, and So now this is drying. We're going to place it aside on my other mat, and now we're going to do the side, because this is the front side and the back side, and now we're going to do the side. So we have 4 rows of 3. We do some glue on the tops over here and just simply row them together. You do here some glue on the tops over here, and you simply row them together again, this way and over here and this one. And now we're going to press them together until one piece, and that's easy to do, and you just easy clean it up, and of course it does still moves, but it doesn't matter. You just glue it together again, this way. Place it on the side, clean up your mat, and do the back side. Also go over here, and you just place it straight up. You're going to turn it around, and always go back and make sure that you have a nice straight line over here. And you see, every time you see my blocks are still moving around, but it doesn't matter. You just glue it back together again. It's so easy to work with. So, and again, you're going to clean it up. We gave it only a half minute. So now we're going to place it on the side, and this one on the side. Over here, you just do some glue on the smallest line of the block over here, and you just simply press it together. Here the same, simply press it together. And now we're going to let it dry in for at least a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, while the parts are drying, we are going to make a second one. Of course, we are going to take again 6 rows of 6 rows of 6, and then you're going to row them also very easy together, same like you did with the first set of the 6 rows of 6. And I do my books 3 high, but you can do it of course also 2 high. If you don't like it too big or maybe too high, you can go for 1 book layer, at least it looks like, but mine will be much different than the normal stacking books, because I think the sides open. You can still do something inside of the sides, and I'm going to do already the last set of 6 over here. I do it as fast as I can, so it doesn't take too long for you. So again, I'm going to squeeze it and squeeze it, and I'm going to squeeze it, and I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to give it a half minute rest. So I gave it a half minute. We're going to turn this again, and we're going to place it on the side. And I know it is still not dry, but we need to fill in the open gaps. That's why we do it a little faster. And this way we can easily fill in the open gaps, because it is totally not dry yet. And again, but we work carefully and just place them together. And this one, and you're going to press it gently together. You do here the same over here, and fill it in with this one, and we fill in easy the open gap, so you have a nice blank out of it. And we're going to clean it up also over here. Place it on the side, clean up your mat, and then do the back side. And always when you did both of the sides, go back and make sure that everything is sticking nicely together. Here the same, turn it up, clean up your mat, and do the back side. And again, always go back again and fill in things that is not looking nice. So now we're going to place this aside and let them dry. So now we have our 4 rows of 3, and we do again some glue on the tops over here, and just roll them together on the tops over here. And this will be again the sides. And of course I did mine 3 high, but you can do it maybe 4 high if you want to have it even bigger. So you don't have to do the same measurements that I do. And again, place it together, and we're going to clean it up and let it dry a half minute. So we did wait a half minute. We do some glue on the smallest line of the block and just place them together. You do here the same. Just do some glue on the smallest line of the block, and again, place them together. Make sure that you have a straight line. Fill in the open gaps also over here, and make a straight line. And going to clean it up and let it dry for a couple of minutes. So we did wait a couple of minutes, and you can better wait a little bit longer, do maybe a half hour, then you are sure that everything is gluing nicely. So we have now, of course, our two pieces, our two sets of this kind of, so you have two of this one and you have two of this one. And if everything is correctly and you did it together with me, you have now 4 of this one and you have 4 of this one, because then you have it 2 layers high. But you see in a moment what I mean. So I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do some glue on this side and I'm going to do it on this side. So very gently, we just easy get one plank and we keep it this way, place it on the side over here, press it down, feel with your fingers that you have it at the ending, and you get the other one over here and you get it down on the other side. I'm just getting a little bit away of the glue, or else it is a little bit too much. So I'm going to press it down, and when I'm happy with how he is looking, then I'm going to wipe away the glue gently, and you can also use a simple brush like this. Just go around it and make sure that you wipe away the glue lightly. So now I'm going to do some glue on the tops. Over here a small line, and over here a small line. And I'm going to place the last one on top and this way, and now we're going to press it down gently, and we feel with our fingers so everything is fitting nicely on top of each other. And again, let it dry in a little and then give it a little bit more pressure, not too hard, or else everything will fall down. So again, and also keep a look at the underside, because everything is not dry yet, so it can still move. And you don't want that later when it really dries up that you think, oh my, I need to shape this, and it is not possible anymore. So now we can very easy, gently, we can press it together this way. And now we're going to let this dry. So now I have number 2 over here, and now we're going to do the same over here, this way and this way. I'm going to place this one on top over here, squeeze it down this way, and we're going to do this one over here. We're going to press it down also, give it some pressure, feel that it is inside of your frame, and we're going to let this dry also a couple of minutes. So now I'm going to do some glue on the tops over here, some glue, some tops on the tops over here, and we place our last piece on top here, give it a little bit of pressure, and then we're going to feel that we have it inside of our piece, so everything is smooth also on this side. Press it down and feel with your fingers again. If you're happy with the shape and also on the underside, then you're going to let this dry. And now you have, if everything is correctly, you have now 2 pieces. And I'm going to make 1 extra, but I do that out of camera because or else you get very bored. So I do again 6 rows of 6 and 4 rows of 3 to make the sides. But you know that already. If you see to this one, then you can compare number 3 on your own. So you see, I have now 3 of these pieces, and I left this side open. Of course, you can close it if you can do a piece of cardboard. You can do some blocks over here, but you have to cut a little piece if you want to double it up. This way, then you have to, then you close it, but I'm not going to close it, mine. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I leave mine open. So I'm going to place this aside for drying a little bit longer. And now we're going to make a little snowman for on top. So I'm going to start with the underside of the snowman. That is 2 rows of 4, 2 rows of 3, 2 rows of 2, and 2 loose blocks. So we're going to do some glue on this smaller side of the block. And you just simply row them together. You do here the same, and over here, and row it together. The 3 rows, and this one, and this one, and the doubles over here. And now we're going to squeeze them together this way, over here and over here. and the 4-piece. And then we're going to clean it up and let it dry in for a half minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the 2 of 3 and I'm going to glue this one over here. I'm going to do this one and this one. So I'm going to place this, oh, not on top. I have to think that I don't do it wrong. The 2 pieces of 4 we glue together. We place it straight up and we glue it together. We take 1 of 3, we do on this side. We do some glue on this one. Make sure that you do a little bit on all the blocks. Place it on this one. You do 1 of 2, you do on this side. The other 1 of 2 on this side. Of course, you have to do a little bit glue here. And now the loose blocks on this side and on this side. So again, over here, so you get a kind of a round little snowman. And we're going to press it together this way. Press it over here, press it over here, so you get a nice piece. And make sure that the spaces in between are the same than on this side. You just gently go wipe away the glue, and then you're going to let it dry in for a little moment. And now we're going to make the top side of the snowman. So now for the head of the snowman, we have 2 rows of 3, 2 rows of 2 and 2 loose blocks. And then I'm going to look for if I like that shape or if I find it too small. So I'm just going to, you always have to try something. Sometimes you don't know until you made it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to squeeze it, press it together, and we're going to clean it up and let it dry in for a half minute. So again, we're going to glue this one over here, place it on top. We do some glue on this one, and on this one, and on this one, and on this one. So we place it straight up. Do this on this side, this on this side, this on this side, and this on this side. And then you already have your head. And then I'm going to look for if it dries in a little, if I like the size or not. So I'm going to give it some pressure, make sure that the sides are even on the side, and don't forget also to go to the side and with your brush and wipe away the glue which is sticking out, because that's not what you want. So over here I'm going to go all the corners around to look for the glue, because or else it looks very strange. So now I have this piece, and you can easily, and I don't do it this way because for me it is then too wide. So I'm going to turn it, and this is the front side, and this will be on his head. And I'm going to easy glue it on top of each other because they are just a snowman. You can glue on each other. So just do a little glue all everywhere, and then you're going to glue it on top. I have to look for if my is even, and of course I have to look on this side if this is even. So maybe I can turn it around. I like this side better. And then I'm going to glue it on top this way, and we're going to let this rest for at least a couple of minutes. So as you see already, I'm happy with the shape, but what I didn't think about, if I would turn it, that I only have this side 2 half blocks of the sides of the half blocks for the face, and that's not really a great thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this one up, and I'm going to put it in half this way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a set of 3 extra, and I'm going to glue it together. And that's just improvising because I didn't think that I needed this one. I'm going to do this one, do some glue on this side, on this side, and just place it in between, and I'm just going to glue it back together again. And now I have a little bit more, and you can do it of course 4 wide if you want to, but I think I'm going to get away with this one. So you see already, DIYing is also making choices, and not always you make the right choice. Then you think, oh, this looks nice, but then you don't think about your piece, and that's not great. So I have to place now this one on top in the middle where I want to have it, and he can easily glue back on top again, so this way. And now we have a little bit more space for his face. So if everything is correctly, you have now your 3 boxes, which will look like boxes, and of course kind of a snowman, but he doesn't really look like a snowman yet, but we already have the base. Let me keep it with this. So we're going to paint it, and I'm going to do, of course, the snowman will be in white, but I'm going to do it a little bit rustic white, so not really hard and that it is totally white. I'm going to do one of the books in white, one of the books in light blue, and I'm going to do it in dark blue. So very easy. So I'm going to mix my blues and of course the pieces in a white, but I won't bore you with that because you can choose your own colors. You can choose any color you like. So I have now already one dark blue, and you see already I mixed one now in the lighter blue. So I'm going to do also one of this one in the lighter blue color, and then the other one will be in the white. So now I'm going to do my snowman, and my last box I'm going to do in the white color. And first I'm going to do it a little bit thicker, the snowman, and give it a little bit of the thicker paint, so it gives a kind of a look from a snowman, that it is a little bit of snow. So you see already we have my 3 colors, and I have the dark blue, lighter blue and white. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some letters on this side of my thing, and of course I'm going to need to place this one in front of here, because this will be the place that I'm going to place it on. So it will be this from dark blue white to lighter blue. That's better because my English is not working today. So I think I'm going to do some letters. I'm going to do think brr. I'm going to do over here. So of course this one needs to turn over. I'm going to do this one, and I think I'm going to leave the letters also in the lighter color. Of course you can use some sticker letters. You don't have to do the letters that I do. So you can do this way, and it's cold. You can do some ice. You can do anything on top of here. So I have my letters. I do a brr. Now that's really difficult for me in English. Brr. I'm going to do the word ice and cold. So ice, cold, and I'm not going to say it again. So I'm going to glue this on top of here, and I'm not going to glue the 3 pieces together. Of course you can do that, but I'm not going to do it. And later we're going to do some piece of ribbon or twine on the side, but first I'm going to glue this on top of here. So I'm going to do this very easy, just with a little piece of wood glue. And I don't know why my wood glue is not coming out. You see already I press what I want, but it doesn't come out. So I have to stick it through, and then we can really do it. So we're going to try it again. I hope now is something coming out over here and over here. And I'm just going to dab it a little bit away and then place it on top of here. And now I'm going to do the letter R, the same, just a little bit of glue on the side, not on each piece, just a little dots here and there, because it will stick very easy. And the last, over here, a little this drop, over here and here. And then we're going to place it down, and then we're going to look if we have it on the spot we need. And then we're going to press it down. And we're going to let it dry in for a little moment, and then we're going to get our brush and wipe away the glue which is sticking out of the letters, because you have to get it away or else it looks very, it doesn't look nice. So always remove your glue. I'm going to do the word ice and cold also, so but that do out of camera. So now I have my letters on top of here. I have here some fills, and what I'm going to do, because I want to make some open space in between the books, so I'm going to get some of the bigger rounds, because normally you don't use them too much. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to cut it in half over here, and make sure that I have 4 for each side. I cut this one in half, then I already have for 1 in between the books, and of course I need 2 pieces. I'm going to cut this one in half, and of course another one in half over here. And I'm going to make sure that I have it over here, cut this off, and this way. So now I have enough pieces. I place this aside, and this aside. We need this one and this one and this one. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to place it this way. I'm going to get some, a little bit in the middle, not in the totally on the side, only a little over here. So you have to some space in between over here. I'm going to do this one on this side and a little offline here, and I do here the same and a little over here, and I do this also on the white one over here. Place some on this side and one on this side, and the last two, of course, one over here, and it just gives just a little opening to let it leave more like and stacking books. So again, now we're going to place it straight up, place this one straight up, and this one can be against here, and so you just get an easy opening and it looks a little bit more like books. Now I'm going to get my twine and I'm going to turn it over, but of course before I'm going to do that, I take also a square. This one, I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to do this one also in half. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the blue one, place it down. Of course I place this over here for you to see. Place this one down, and I'm going to do one over here this way, and I do another one on this side. And what is this doing? Because I'm going to turn around it with some twine. If you then lay it on your table, it will be wonkly, if I'm correctly, I hope wobbly, how you call it. And now, because I do two little fills who are a little bit thicker, now they can have a steady place on the floor on the furniture you place it on. You see in a moment what I mean. So I have here my twine, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little piece and I'm going to place it on the side. And of course I'm going to make sure that they are even against each other this way. And I'm going to get my twine and I'm just going to turn it around a couple of times. You can do it maybe 4 times, 5 times. Take your time for it, just go around. You see already this is not what I want, but you know what I mean. Just make little turns around here, only on this side of the blocks. So, and this is what I mean, but do it on one side. I did it on this side, and I'm going to let it dry further because it's not totally dry yet. You see it already. We are going further with the snowman because he will be on top of here. So now our fake books are drying. I have here my little bag with some carrots, and they are from styrofoam. So I'm just going to get one of them. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut off not the half, but a little bit higher than the half of the carrot, because I don't need a really big nose. So now I have my little piece of my carrot, and that will be a nose. And of course I have here my marker, just a simple pencil, and I'm going to mark 2 eyes over here. Then I'm going to just do a dot for where I want the nose, and then some dots over here for a mouth. So we have to keep it on this space. So we will see if I succeed, but you can decorate it any way you like. So I'm just going to give you a little example, more not. You can decorate it totally yourself. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some wood glue under my snowman, and I'm just going to place it on the right side of my books. And of course you can place it anywhere you like. So I'm going to place it over here and let it fall down and just let it suck in for a little moment. And then we're going to go around with some white to let the snow falling down. So I'm going to get my white paint, and I'm just going to go these little pieces, just make sure that it looks like there is snow falling off the snowman this way. But so it's very easy to do, and everyone can do it their own way. You're just going to dab and just go from out of the snowman. You just make some pieces down with your white paint, and it's very easy to do. So just take your time for it because it's relaxing to do, and you see then of course how we will further. I don't know if I did a little bit debating if I do a head on top, so we will see. So I like mine better with a head on because my faces are not the greatest. So I always try to let it go to the back side. So what I'm going to do, I have two wooden rounds and they are 10 centimeters. I think in inches they have 4 if I'm correctly. So I'm going to do some wood glue because I want to double it up. So I'm going to do some wood glue and I'm just going to do a round, and I'm going to place this one on top, you see already, on top of here, and just press it down, and we're going to let it dry. What we have right now, we have one set of 4, we have 2 sets of 3, 2 sets of 2, and we have 2 loose blocks, but they will be later. So we are going to start with the one of 4 over here. We're just going to glue them together. It's a very easy made one, and of course you can change this one also up at your own taste. So again, this is number 3, the number 2s, and I'm going to squeeze them, clean them up, and let them dry in for ½ minute. So we do some glue on the 2 of 3 and over here, and on the 2s over here, and we just place the 1 of 4 down. We place this one in the front, we place this on the other side, you place this one on the front over here, and you're just going to do one on this side, and then you get your 2 loose blocks over here, and you place this one in the middle here, and this one will be in the middle here. And again, now we're going to squeeze it, press it, and make sure that everything has the place it needs. So over here, and then we're going to clean it up and let it dry in for a little moment. So now I'm going to color this one in the lighter color blue, the middle color blue, and I think I'm going to leave this one in the wood color too, because the letters are also in the wood color. So I'm going to let this come back in this color. So now the only thing I need to do is of course glue my top on here and give it a little bow with my twine, the same where we wickled our books over, and then it's already the quick reveal you see right now. And here you see finally a quick impression of my Tumbling Tower Blocks Stacking Books Snowman, and I'm so happy how this one turned out and so easy to make. So I hope you give this one a try also and give your own twist on it. Everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoyed it also, and if you do and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and hit the bell. Everyone have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!